Did you know there's a town in the US where it's literally illegal to tie your dog to a tree? Not just frowned upon. Not a warning.
A fine.
A real law. And if you break it, animal control will come knocking. So, why does this place care so much about tree-tied dogs? This law isn't from some massive city like LA or New York. It comes from a small, tree-lined town in the South, Durham, North Carolina. Now, Durham's known for its beautiful neighborhoods, old tobacco warehouses turned trendy lofts, and a strong sense of community. But in 2009, something unusual popped up in their city code. A rule banning anyone from tying their dog to a tree, a fence, or even a stake for more than 3 hours a day. And, in some cases, not at all. At first, it sounds kind of ridiculous, right? Like, what about backyard BBQs? Or a quick trip to the store? Isn't this overkill? Well, not exactly. Because behind this law is a story that's a lot deeper and a lot darker than you'd expect. Let's rewind. Before 2009, Durham, like many towns across the US, had a quiet but growing issue: chronic dog chaining. People would leave their dogs tied to trees. All day, all night, rain or shine. In some neighborhoods, you could walk down the street and see dozens of dogs, alone, anxious, barking through the night. Some with barely enough room to move. Others tangled up in their own chains. Animal control officers started noticing disturbing patterns. Dogs with neck injuries, skin infections from constant rubbing, behavioral issues from extreme isolation, and worse, chained dogs were more likely to become aggressive or even bite. One officer reported that some dogs had been tied up for years without ever being taken off the chain. The town started to realize this wasn't just a pet issue. It was a public safety issue. So, in 2009, Durham passed one of the most progressive anti-tethering ordinances in the country. It banned unattended tethering completely. No more dogs chained to trees, fences, poles, nothing. And if you do tether your dog, it can't be for more than 3 hours a day, and you have to be outside with them the entire time. No exceptions. But here's where it gets really interesting. The law wasn't just passed, it was enforced. Animal services gave out warnings, followed up on tips, and educated the public door to door. And for chronic violators, fines up to $500. The result? Over time, the sound of barking dogs, chained up and forgotten, started to fade from certain neighborhoods. But more importantly, the entire attitude toward pet ownership in Durham began to shift. What started as a local ordinance sparked a ripple effect. Since Durham's law passed, over 20 towns and cities across the US have introduced similar rules, including places in Texas, Georgia, and California. Some laws even go further, banning chains altogether or requiring fenced yards for outdoor pets. And studies? They're backing it up. Chained dogs are nearly 3 times more likely to bite. They suffer higher rates of depression, aggression, and neglect. By changing how dogs are treated in public and private spaces, these cities aren't just protecting animals, they're protecting people, too. So, yeah, a law about trees? Turns out it's really a law about empathy. Despite the law, Durham's parks are still full of dogs. But what about now? They're off-leash, wagging their tails at dog parks, running beside bikes, and chilling on patios with their humans. It's ironic, right? By making it illegal to tie dogs to trees, Durham actually made the town better for dogs. So next time you see a pup snoozing in the sun or chasing a frisbee at your local park, remember, it might just be because someone couldn't tie them to a tree. If you love learning about the weird, wild, and wonderful corners of America, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more surprising stories coming your way every week.